Captain's Vlog, Stardate 2024.0808. And let's go into the living room again. That TV has to be plugged in. You know what's got to happen here. And I've been thinking about the future of my channel. Now, as of the 8th, I have not monetized. I don't know when I'll monetize. I don't want to bombard you accidentally with Kamala Harris saying, not today, not tomorrow, not next week. Today is the day. Fuck off, bitch. Like, I swear, I think if you saw fake nudes, remember in the 90s they had fake nudes of celebrities' heads? I think if you saw Kamala's head on a nude body of somebody else, I think you'd be like, what happened? I can't, you would not get aroused. So I'm looking at my shelf, and I'm looking at the various things on my shelf and all around me. Now look at this. Mr. Potato Head from the 1970s. Yeah, it's Mr. Potato Head. And I have that. I don't think I have the drills for that, but I do have the Technodrome. Now, I'll tell you, it's got to be built. It's got to be finished up here. I have some parts for it. There's a little, like on that one there, there's a little magnet on it. The reason why there's a magnet is because, as tried as I might, I couldn't get the eye to sit on top of it. So I was a bit of a dumbass back then. I was like, when did this thing come out? 1990, 1991. I was 12 or 13. My mom had put a magnet on top and glued a magnet because, arts and crafts. Now, looking back, obviously that ruins the value, and it's not, that wasn't probably not a great thing to do. But the eye wouldn't sit on the Technodrome, so that was it. My other play sets include the, Castle Grayskull and the miniature Eternia Tower, and even Optimus Prime over there is like a play set in itself, right? And I think I got to put the Talon Fighter on top of Castle Grayskull. There's the Snake Throne. Still no word about the Snake's Lair, but that's fine. I'm not looking forward to it. I don't know what I would do instead, but I'm not going to do that. And of course, here is the bridge to the Enterprise D, along with the transporter room. See the transporter room? So I thought about it for a while, and I said, should I be a one-theme or multi-theme YouTuber? I've looked at, Dreamcast 84. Nice guy, don't know where he is. Kind of shitty person if you're not telling me you're okay, alive, in one piece. You can be upset, but you haven't gotten back in years. The one time you do get back, your video was listed for kids, and I was like the last person to comment on your video. I'm like, okay, that was weird. And then I know Kaz from Dice Odyssey, but he's a board game guy, but he's gone. He's retired with his family. Toy Huntress, who collects toys, she's retired. She's off the internet. She's in the real world. And then there is PS Vita at 2 a.m. and a lot of other people too. There are people I've forgotten about. Some of them have committed crimes like, what's his face? The Completionist. Others have just disappeared. The Tulsi Gabbard show made a recent post. I want to see Tulsi Gabbard do some positive stuff along with the shit talking she does on her own channel. It's, you gotta balance out the positives and negatives. That's what the midichlorians, the wills, have taught us. It's like, it's how a person is how Anakin Skywalker is raised, but more importantly, you can't destroy the wills in favor of other wills. The emotions have to balance each other out, So balancing out is what I've been trying to do, just like different things. So maybe I'll talk about Pokemon one day. Maybe I'll talk about my real life and things that go on in the real world. Maybe I'll talk about Star Trek. Yeah. Or I could talk about DC superheroes or Ninja Turtles or Star Wars or, defunct technology or movies or books. I got old books. Who wants to see old books? There's Victoria's Secret in there. I don't know. I'm at crossroads. I'm currently rereading Injustice, go over here. And we can talk about board games. I got the video games. But I have kind of been going back and forth about it. So there's There's my books here. I think I'm favoring injustice more and more. And let me see what if I have my year two book here. Oh, here it is. And the reason why I like injustice, I think, because you know how it's supposed to go, but you never know like all the middle story. Most of it's middle story, right? Because it's a prequel to the games. But you just don't know what's going on. Because once Superman turns evil and all the characters are forced to fight each other, it's like the biggest game of chess you've ever seen. Because in most like movies and books, you expect the good guy to win. He may do it through traditional ways. He may do it through unorthodox ways. He may do it like Game of Thrones or House of Cards. He may do it like Luke Skywalker or Romancing the Stone or The Princess Diaries, or he may do it, or she may do that in woke ways or in anti-woke ways or however. But through all that, I mean, the good guy wins. Or if it's a horror movie, the bad guy wins, right? The bad guy always wins in horror movies. If it's a porno, you know what you're going to see in a porno. Speaking of that, I'm watching Rebel Moon Part 1. A lot of good stuff. Is it making a difference? I'm not sure. I'll tell you how my overall feeling of it. I'm not going to hate watch it. I'm not going to love watch it. I know Tyrone's watched it and Joe Vargas has watched it, but I have not looked at their videos because I want my own words to come out when I'm looking at this stuff. You got to let your own words come out. So, and there's some new stuff. Can you spot the newest thing in there? So I try to cover past, present, and future, but or I could cover the Steam Deck. I have the Steam Deck somewhere. I do think I have that Steam Deck somewhere. What is it that you would all want me to cover? Now, there's a couple of expectations. One, I would have to stick to the one thing, right? But I don't think I can do that because there's always interesting news that pop up every day. You know, there's the Steam Deck here. There's always news that comes up every day. And if I find something else interesting, I may want to talk about it. Geeks and gamers have to be the anti-woke, spit at the snowflakey woke crowd. And you know, Jeremy putting his hands over his face, like, oh my God, like, I feel like that's insulting the audience. If you're that stupid, you need Jeremy to make a weird face for you to click on the video instead of being like, okay, let's just look at the thing. Because like with breaking points, which kind of falls in the same ballpark of where their political stance is, they just show the image of what they're talking about rather than make stupid faces. If you have to click on stupid face image thumbnail to see video because you won't see it any other way, I don't know what to fucking tell you. Like with when Angry Joe covers the news, you know what I do? I don't look for the timestamp in the comment section. I'm a visual guy. I will click, I'll scroll. Okay, I see it. And there it is. And then I go right to where I want to look at. If I want to look at Joe talk about something specific like Nintendo or Steam Deck or Sega or what Bobby Kotick is up to or whatever, I'll just scroll around. I don't look for the timestamps. So I'm the kind of guy that tries to approach things differently. So I don't have much to say on this except that I want to do better. Some videos get no views. Some videos get 1 or 2. Some will get 10, 11. I know the shorts get 400 and 500. Al Smith doesn't seem to like those, but I think that the shorts are a lost leader. I see the shorts as a sample of these are what my videos are about. And if you want to know more, you're sitting here through what? About, 9 minutes of punishment, then surely that there's something of interest here. In this case, you're not sure, you're looking at the things, but you're not sure what I'm talking about. So I can talk about different things, but who will listen? So what I want to know is, I will put up a survey after this video. Do you like me doing one topic? Do you like me talking about many topics? And if you do, like, I'll put what kind of topics do you like? What gets the most votes? Maybe I'll switch my channel around. So I guess this is like a state of the channel video too, because I just don't know if I'm going the right way. That's all that fucking matters. So until then, I'll still be doing some reviews, but I need to know how you all feel about this channel. Am I going the right way or not? That's for you to decide.